Hey, good morning, everybody. This is the professor with Day Trading for Success. So today we're trading live with a bunch of people here on Zoom. I'm going to be starting with the RV strategy. I'm sorry. Going to be starting with the open strategy and go right into the RV strategy and show you some exciting news in between the two as we're kind of waiting for the RV strategy to start. So I'll go over some of the custom scripts I have on here as well, and then we'll break right into the strategy and trading. So please read this disclaimer. I am not a licensed financial advisor. Please seek the advice of somebody licensed before you try to emulate any of these trading strategies or demonstration videos. Be careful. Trade in a simulator. Make sure you're green, and make sure you talk to somebody that you can trust before you start trading with real money, based on anything on any channel for that matter. So this is the layout that I've set up, and I've done some different things. I'm ever evolving into trying to trade both the strategies in the same morning. So I'm trading from the day trading volume 4 to start with this morning, which is the open strategy, and they have 4 strategies in that book that I have a link to, and I'm going to be trading the number 2, which is the 30-minute breakout, which I just marked the levels. Now I marked the levels last because I'm not doing the normal profit pivot lines, although I think the lines that I did mark would end up coming in there, but I'm trying to find a happy medium so I don't, if those of you that have been following me along, that I don't have to suddenly erase a bunch of lines and put a bunch of lines in, levels in, and, to try to find the right ones for the RV strategy. Instead, I've done something I've done in the past before, which I've marked the even in half dollars. So let's just go over how I set this up. So first of all, you go to a day chart, and I know it looks like a big mess, and you look at the close of yesterday, which was, so today is the 1st of October, right? So this is the 30th that I'm looking at. I'm starting to think there's 31 days in September. This is the 30th. So now I look at that day because the other day hasn't started yet here. And then you look at the ATR down here as well. So the close of that day was to the right of my picture up there, 164.08. And then the ATR is 551, 5.5179, so we'll call it 552. So you divide that in 2. You subtract half of it from the close to get an ATR low value, and add half to get an ATR high value. That's what this thick green line and red line is. That's high and low. Now we call it the revenue range because we are following the strategy for the most part in the open. Now I've been trading the open almost every morning and I know I'm not showing you the recording for every morning. I have still not had a red day. So other than before when I was beta testing, where I had 1 out of all the times I traded it. So I cannot say enough about this strategy. I've never endorsed a strategy so much as this. I never thought it would work so well. The simple change that they made where you only trade long above the revenue range, above the breakout range, and low below the breakout range, and you don't play any shenanigans up and down like normal scalpers like me would do. I cannot believe that made such a difference, that the market reacts that way. It's the weirdest thing, but that is what's happening, guys. So you really need to read the book. I have a link to it, and then watch the strategy. So anyway, once you set up that range, then you go in, and I actually didn't do the breakout range. Instead, what I did is I went to the 1 hour looking at an RV strategy, and I did pivot lines based on some outside and some inside. I believe it's going to go down today, which is what it's calling for it to do, but we'll see. But so I marked more below than above. I marked a couple above. And then I went ahead and marked the even in half dollars, which is something I do from time to time. You've seen me do it when I'm just kind of freestyle scalping, because a lot of times these are respected. If it's not marked with this dotted dash white line, then it means that the 1 hour picked it up, which I would respect more if it was on there. Then I know it's on a half or even dollar and it's a 1 hour. So that's 163. That's why you don't see that. But other than that, I marked them all. And then I did the Fibonacci's. We're just about to start, guys, so I'm going to go through this pretty quick. But the Fibonacci is on, this is a 10-day back on a 5-minute chart. So I snapped those 2 lines. That's low to high, always left to right. And then on this one, I did it on a 2-day. Left to right. And then the last thing I did is I just a second ago marked my 30-minute breakout range right there. So the close of the last candle from 832.9. And look at already, it's going straight down here. So is that really happening? Hang on a second. Wow. Okay. So we're already all the way down there. So we have broken out. So I'll be going in off of these. If you follow the strategy, I can, if I don't go in off the breakout, then I go in off the next lines will be considered a breakout range. I'm just so surprised it's already all the way down there. So let me just get ready to go here, guys. This is a 5-minute chart here. This is a 15-minute. I open the other 5-minute. I have a 30-minute, a 1 hour, and a 4 hour, all to help me set up and the day down here, all minimized. Okay, my active trader is not is here. I am not showing my level 2, which is in here. Okay, I'm not going to show it because on a large cap, it's more than anything going to confuse me. It's going to give me. I was a momentum trader I was a swing trader and a long-term trader for a long time, and then I became a momentum trader, and I think in some ways it ruined me. So, but to buy high and sell higher and look for the volume, look for the dips and look for the volume and all that stuff. So now I've come back around again to kind of go in the middle. I'm trading large caps, sort of like momentum, but not really, finding strategies that work. So we're going to go into these other things soon too, but all the different custom scripts on this layout that I'm going to be using. But right now, this market is about to open. So we're looking at this breakout range. It's real tight, and we're already below it. So this is a scalping indicator down here. This is free on this channel. So make sure you just type in scalping indicator or type in free script or free indicator, and most likely. So there goes the market. It's opened. Now we can't, we all said to trade 500 shares at the open. Then we're going to reduce it to 250 for the RV. We know we can handle this. It can handle this. See how it went up? It can handle this volume. So now we're just looking for it to give us a chance after the first close of the first 1-minute candle. Now Thinkorswim may not reconcile properly, and we're going to be watching it. I'm watching the clock up here. You can see the clock to the right of my picture. So I'll be watching that to decide whether to get in or not. And we are not reversing, even though it shows it up there. And I'm not going to be doing a limit order. So I'm just waiting to see if there's anything 65. So I'm looking at the market maker, guys, not the candles. So I'm able to go in now. If it breaks 165, I can go long. I'm looking for it to see if it breaks 165. I thought it was going to pop through. I went in too early. 164.93. This is one of the problems with this, is that you can. I'm going to get out right away. Wow, I got out too soon. Okay. Well, I got 145, so that was. I cracked myself up. I don't need anybody else to do it. Just that I actually got nervous. I don't get nervous that often. What gets me nervous is when I mess up the strategy for you guys. By going in early, it's like So now I have to just take a breath and don't worry about what it's doing for a second. It's nice I can still get that to go. Every once in a while. What was that? What was that joke I heard? Oh, you're the world's only living heart donor. I think that was from an old movie, Sabrina. They were talking about, wow. I'm sorry. I missed that to get in that early enough. I got it at 52. I definitely wanted it lower than that, better than that. Wow. So I got it at the $0.50. Again, I was watching the candlesticks, and I should have been, and I was talking. I'm going to probably get out at the whole dollar if it gives me a chance. And see. So we do have a studio here with a bunch of people, and Charlie is typing and answering the chats. And I'm getting worried that this is not going to give me I'll just take it there. So 380. Wow. Bad trading, really, only because I feel like it should be closer to there's an 800. Yeah. 600. There's a bunch of people below me though, so. But yeah, that wasn't good. I missed this because I was talking, and I'm not sure this is reconciling properly, so I guess it is pretty close. So it just rested right on the magnet, which would make sense. And that's a indicator that I've taken the labels off of because they were distracting me. So I probably will make that script available with the labels off as well for the $1 Million Margin Club. But wow, is that really happening right now? Wow, is it going to break that fib? I mean, I could have taken that trade as it broke back down according to the strategy, but look at that. I probably could have got a quick $1,500 there. But I'm already not like AMD, you know, I'm going to take that. I'm more inclined to take AMD for shorter amounts of money. Just because you don't get the same big movements as like Nvidia or Tesla. So I'm looking for just to get down, maybe down. I'd like to see it break the fib, maybe, since I got it close to the fib price. I keep getting it at bad. Either I'm slipping or I'm getting it a little too late. But because of where I've got in, I've got to get it down to the 50 cent, half dollar down here, maybe try to get out down there and get a little bit of money and then not let it retrace. You shouldn't let it retrace halfway back the last candle, but that's a doji, which is a sign of a reversal, but it's a little early to call patterns on the open, which most of you know if you bought the Day Trading Volume 2, which is the candlestick pattern book. You want to get that book because it rates all the patterns, but you want to remember it was 50 for a second. There was a 50-50. I'm going to take that. So $630. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stop trading the open right now. So that was my open for the morning. $635. I see somebody is over 1,000. That's good. Now these guys can trade more. I will be back. I'll be talking for a while and watching. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm not going to trade till the RV strategy, but I want to go over what I've done here. I don't like how I did it last time, where I forced some trades in between the two, where I didn't really have a strategy, and it would not have been the time I would be freestyle scalping. I would not have done it that way, and I was just trying to fill up trading because I was mic'd up for you guys, for the camera. But honestly, I would walk away right now and say, I'm going to come back for the RV, I'm going to come back for the power hour. I also would have probably traded a higher share size than what I just did. And I'm only going to trade 250 as per our conversations for the people that have made anybody who's made a margin can trade 250 shares of AMD, no problem. They could trade 500 shares, okay? But that's not the issue why we all talked about it. There's some people we're trading with today that don't want to risk that much. And it's not like you're risking the whole amount of $40,000 or whatever it is, but just how fast it might be able to change. Now, we had a pretty long discussion about how to trade it because we were, my point was AMD just does not move fast enough to get you caught up in a real bad move, even if you had 500 shares, as you just saw. I mean, it just doesn't. But $100 is a lot of money for one person, and $1,000 isn't much money for another person. So it kind of depends on your perspective, right? You all know what I mean. And these strategies can be traded with 25 shares. They can be traded with 50 shares. They can be traded with 10 shares. Okay. So let's go over what else would I have on here. And we'll talk about it. So on this screen right here, I have this is basically the sentiment dashboard. This one, it stops right here at market for me. Now the one that's available over there on $1 Million Margin Club, it has more than this that I don't like up. So they have a better one over there that actually has the ask and the bid and the spread up here. So that's like everything you would need right at eye level. Well, depends on where you put your charts. I mean, I like my chart right here. It was another discussion we had. What's eye level, man? My chart's down in the bottom right. I was like, well, I hope your screen's basically at your eye level. But yeah, I mean, for me, I like it right here, top left, sort of top left, 3/4 left, right here. And that's what I like to see. And I want to see the last volume all the time. I want to see the current volume all the time. I want to see this sentiment within the candlestick down here. It's the same thing that the scalping indicator is giving me, only this one has a histogram, which we'll go over in a minute. And I want to see my market price. Now, I've looked here for it, and that's the market maker price is what they're showing you. It just says market price here. That's what you should expect to get at that moment you press the button or the hotkey, is that price right there or right here. And you can see they'll be exactly lined up. Now, depending on the spread, just so you understand a little bit of more in depth, you might get better than what the ask normally is here. Let's see, ask here. You might get better than that, what it says, but usually it's going to give you the ask. But if it's a big spread, it is its job to give you a better price in between the bid and the ask. And that would be up here on the normal dashboard that you can get at the $1 Million Margin Club. I highly recommend this. I'll talk about it more. I do use it. I've been taking it off because I knew you guys couldn't get it. So now I know you can get it, they said. Before they told me by, well, maybe within a day or two you should be able to get this, I think. So God, I hope you can get it. And then, yeah, because they showed me on the website. So, and I guess it was just not completely live, and then this next one is this is the chart, multi-chart alignment, this 5M, 15M, 30M, 1 hour, M, 4 hour, 4 hour H, 1 hour H and 4H, 1H, 4H. So those are all charts, 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute, 1 hour, and 4 hour. So you look at this, like if I was to open up this 1 hour right now, it is totally red, right? But I don't have to open it up to know that. This is going to tell me that. Now, why would that be important? Well, you could open charts. I have 6 screens around me. You could have charts opened all over the place, right? And why it might be more important to know in your eye level, instantly, every time you come to one of these dotted vertical lines that are going up and down here, you can see them here on the screen if you look within this busy mess here. This right here is telling you every 5 minute increment. So, and then when you come to like a 15-minute increment, there'll be 3 5 minutes in here. It's going to tell you that. And then when you go to a 1 hour, you can have a 30-minute, a 15-minute, and a 5-minute. Gee, why don't we have a 30-minute there? That's interesting. I guess because when we go past here, I don't think it keeps track as well. Yeah, there's a 30-minute there. I don't know why that 30-minute's not showing up there. I just worked out a couple of bugs in this and sent them a new one. Actually, this morning early, like my 4 a.m. I was working. But why it's important, losing my train of thought, is you need to know, because there's more people that make a decision on a 4-hour chart whether to go in and out of trades than there is on a 1-hour chart. There's just more that like to trade with the longer time frame. They're more conservative. They're not into this, oh my God, how can you make a decision on a 1 hour? I could never do that. In fact, I just moved down from a day to a 4 hour and I nearly pulled my hair out. It's freaking me out. It's too risky. So it's all your perspective, right? So that would be a person in a canoe enjoying their life as opposed to maybe a sailboat that goes a little faster, you know? And then there's a lot of people, I'm going to stop with the analogies, I'm going to get in trouble. And then there's all the people that trade on the 1 hour, which are less than the 4 hour, but more than the 30-minute chart, right? So basically, without having a story for each one and sounding all exaggerated, more people trade on each higher timeline than the other. So more on a 4 hour than a 1 hour, more than a 1 hour than a 30-minute, more on a 30-minute than a 15-minute, more than a 15-minute than a 5-minute. And any increment in between, you may have a 10-minute chart. You may have a 12-minute chart. You may have a 2-minute chart. You may, whatever. So this is a 1-minute chart here. So I want to know when I get up to the first decision would be made. I mean, I suppose you could even say, hey, there could be a 2-minute, but the way this is designed is up for the 5-minute. right? So I want to know when it comes up to this 5 minute, which says 15, but it's everything below that too. When it comes to that level and all these people are about to make that decision, what are they looking at, red or green? What are they going to base their decision on? For scalping, this is incredibly helpful. It's probably the second best indicator that I would recommend above this scalping indicator, which we'll talk about in a minute. And I also want to talk about this other market magnet, which is in the middle here. So these are all three, actually. I mean, the dashboard's really cool. It helps you out see stuff. But these things tell you things really, really quick for trading that you don't normally have. These are unique scripts that give you indicators that aren't available except at the $1 Million Margin Club. Or there, I have this one available for free right here. This is the scalping indicator, and just so I can go on about that, the red indicates the sellers, the green indicates the buyers, the blue is the volume. And this is inside each candle. And knowing this, the sentiment of these fast-moving candles where you can jump on and grab the wave, you're waiting on your surfboard, and you're jumping on the wave. So this would be the West Coast. This is when you're on the East Coast of the U.S. You're jumping on the wave, and then you ride it, quickly, and then you get off. So you don't want to trust it for very long. But look at that, that was 90%. So jumping on this for a short downward move, and then watching the battle inside the candle, that already happened. That you could have captured that for like 5-10 cents right there. So, and it still looks like it's going down. So overall, I believe the market will be going down. I believe this stock will be going down today. I don't know. I assume it's going to continue. It's already gone down quite a bit. I know there's somebody there's over 2,000. So he's continuing to trade the open. Yeah, so about half of you are trading, half of you are not. But yeah, the open strategy, guys, day trading volume 4, linked, amazing. And then they came out with that new, the companion book to it, which has the 5th strategy, which they call the Holy Grail, which is a combination of the 4. Amazing if you want to trade it longer. Some people trade it all day long. Yeah, they go for lunch and they come back. They go work out and they come back, and they keep their lines marked and they come back and they trade it. Something to think about. I cannot say enough. I would say that if you are a beginner trader, and you're probably not here listening to me anymore, if you are, I don't know why you guys tune out so quickly, but some of you do, and those are who I'm talking to. You amazing people. You happy few. I'm going to Shakespeare you now. All others hold their trading cheap against what you accomplish here today. All right, that was terrible. But, now I've lost my train of thought because I think I'm so clever. What was I talking about? Yeah, the open strategy. Yeah, amazing. So I would have a link to that book. I would say that for beginners, that's what I was saying. For beginners, that is probably the easiest, most successful way to make money. Now, if you listen to any of these prop firms, you watch the YouTube videos all over, and you go to prop firms, they're going to tell you, in between them selling you all their courses, I don't sell courses here, but they're going to tell you that the fastest way to make money is scalping. It is the fastest way. It can be very dangerous. That's why you need to have a max loss per trade. You need to have a trading plan for the day. You need to, for the most part, find a strategy that works for you in a simulator, whether it be this open strategy I'm talking about or any strategy. Make sure it works. You need to log. I'm going to be talking about that more in a minute. And I can see I'm burning up my time quickly because we start in about 13 minutes to trade the RV strategy. But anyway, so this is an amazing indicator. This is available for free on many videos on this channel. Just type it in. This other one here is my market magnet, and this is one I've scripted myself. It is also available over at the $1 Million Margin Club, and basically this is the outer higher level. It's based a lot on the volume profile. I have a lot of videos that show you how to set up the volume profile for intraday. I'll be showing you more videos just specifically on this, on these new scripts, because this has different values. Now, the reason why these values are set at 50% rather than 70%, if you understand volume, price volume and all, is because I mainly trade large cap stocks, and I find that for the RV strategy, which is a large cap strategy, I mean, you can trade it with mid cap, but it's primarily designed for large caps, safely moving, slow within a range that you can trade your 15 or 20 shares or 50 shares and never get hurt too bad if you follow your trading plan. You're not going to get caught in a really fast move. So because of that, I realized the 70% that it normally would be set for wasn't as accurate as I back tested. It definitely slowed down and stopped and consolidated more at the 50% mark. So that's why these arrows are here. And then this magenta line is the magnet inside, which price action, I like to look at it like it gravitates to it. Now it's already happened there. It's the most volume at that particular price for today, intraday, for today only. It's the most volume. So it's set a special way, right? So why would that be important? Because often, very often, remember, not all the time, you might be a winner. That's from an old commercial where the guy's chainsawing the woman's chainsawing her furniture. She's so happy because she's won the publisher's clearinghouse. Maybe some of you don't know what I'm talking about when I make that joke. And then the husband or boyfriend comes home and reads it and says, you might be a winner. You might. And she stops the chainsaw. I thought that was a very clever ad. But so, yeah, you can't count on anything, guys. I don't care how good the strategy. So that's why you have to have a max loss per trade and a max loss for the day. And that's why you need to log to every trade log. Think about your thoughts. How did it work for you today? And doing the simulators, it's for months. And then you're getting a career, right? Even if it's a side hustle, you're learning a career. Don't just jump in and go, I got this. Like everybody thinks they got this. Not everybody, I'm generalizing, but most human beings, they get a little bit of knowledge and they reconcile in their mind, they got it all. They're ahead of the game. You know what I mean? I'm talking to you. You know what I mean? You have to stop yourself. You have to stop yourself and say, what are all these things I'm not thinking about? What are all these things that could go wrong? And like Mark Douglas says in Trading in the Zone, assume every trade's going to go against you no matter what strategy you're trading. And then over a long period of time, you start to see the curve go your way. I mean, that's how casinos works, guys. That's how when you do the roulette wheel, on red and black in the center line. I mean, they only win. They're guaranteed to win on an average over a big curve. You can slip in there and make money against the house all the time. But they look at the big average. They don't have a pit boss up there, pulling his hair out every time somebody wins because it's against their thing. I mean, it's the same thing with trading strategies. And I have to tell you, I stole this off of another guy I watched. I don't know the name of it, but I used to be a professional gambler, and I thought, what a great analogy. So I'm not going to give him credit other than I'm saying it's not my idea, but it's a really smart way to look at things, like Mark Douglas, and he may actually say it in his book too. But yeah, it's on a curve that strategies. If it's a good strategy, it will work for you over time. But you can certainly lose a bunch before that happens. So have a trading plan, log. Okay, so let me go into the other stuff I'm going to talk about before we break into the RV strategy. So anyway, this is an amazing. So what to finish this? So price action gravitates, probably, maybe, will gravitate back to this center line, and you look for this to move, this magenta line, which I call the magnet. If it starts to pull down, like the overall price volume is lower at a certain price, that's letting you know, hey, it's probably safer to keep thinking that long is the way to hold into a position where you're not sure about, where it's going up and down. Overall, think long is more of the way. I mean, short is more of the way if it's going down. Think that don't get caught in a long position if you're holding against it and you're losing. It's like I'm hoping for it to come back. So I would never hold long other than just a quick scalp, because look at this multi-chart alignment. Everybody's playing this down today. That doesn't mean it can't turn around. I'm just telling you the probably. So you're looking for, a probability and outcome, the probability in your favor. That's what you're looking for, okay? So anyway, let me slide something over here because I opened this up. So this is the $1 Million Margin Club's website, and I'm going to save myself a lot of questions by bringing this in here, right? So you want to go over to the $1 Million Margin Club website, which there it is right here, okay? And then you want to go to the well, you can go to their books. I mean, they have all their books here, which is right now, we're going to be trading, I just traded Day Trading Volume 4 a second ago right here. Let me bring that up so it's a better picture, yeah. So I just traded that. And I was a big video game player, and I know a lot that have become millionaires trading. That's why it says that. This is moving too fast. But anyway, and we're about to trade Day Trading Volume 1, and then it has a bunch of other stuff in here. It's coming back to 4. But what I really brought this over here for was this, is the script vault. So remember, you're getting something electronic, so they're not, it's a digital, so you're not going to refund it. But here they all are over here, right? They have them over here for $24.95. So now you can get this one for free. I'll have it here for you guys. And the reason why is because I've designed all these. So, and then they have different versions over there, the prayer indicator, the power of the force, which is kind of fun depending on what you like. But that's more for like an experience when you're trading. And then there's the dashboard, and this one has the bid, the ask, and the spread, as you can see, and then multi-time alignment, and then the market magnet. So you can get all those over there, and then when you click on one, say, it opens up, and then there's my credit card. Please don't try to figure out what it is, and then you'll get a PDF sent to you. And that's what it looks like. And then this tells you all about it, how it calculates, how it gets its information. And so I just wanted to show you guys that this is here for you to get all these things, so you don't keep asking me how to get all these things, okay? Now, I will be doing a lot for it. Keep looking for it. I'll be doing it for TradingView. That's the first one I'm going to do. I'm going to make all those for TradingView available soon for all those that you are asking. And there will always be free scripts available on this channel, Day Trading for Success. So I just wanted to bring that in so to maybe save some questions. Hopefully it will. I don't know. One of the main reasons why they're over there, to be honest with you guys, is I can't deal with all everybody wanting, me helping them figuring out how to get them and all that. So I sold out. I sold out. But I wanted to make sure things were available. So I'll still be having promotions when I come up with new scripts and some of these other scripts where I will still be giving them away for free for like 2-3 days or 4 days on the videos. And I'll tell you in the middle of the video, I am now making this script available for free for those people that want to watch the whole video. I'm not going to tell you where it's going to be with, they want me to put all the timestamps and stuff on these things. But no, I really want you guys to learn. And if I do that, you just zipped ahead thinking that I have nothing else to say to you. So as a teacher, I become like that Ferris Bueller teacher. Class. I'm trying to be a little bit more exciting in the videos so that maybe you stay and watch the whole thing. And then I will drop jewels of information, okay, that you're going to miss if you don't watch this. So it should be fun for you to watch this. It's supposed to be entertaining. Okay, guys, we're about to go into the RV strategy. I will be quarterbacking for everybody, which means I'll be calling what I see here. That doesn't mean that everybody has to follow. Is everybody done? Okay, everybody's off and just waiting now, which is good. So the RV strategy is in Day Trading Volume 1. There's a link to it. Don't forget Best Loser Wins, too. That's another great book, Tom Hougaard. Mark Douglas, Trading in the Zone. I think I mentioned earlier the $1 Million Margin Club has 4, Day Trading Volume 1, 2, 3, and 4. I have links to all of them. And if you use that link, that helps me on my channel, so that'd be good. And then the scripts, at some point, I'll probably have links to the scripts. I'm not that organized yet here on the channel, but that you can get them at the $1 Million Margin Club. But anyway, okay, everybody's ready to go. So I started at $635. We are in a competition here, $635. Everybody's making note with Charlie. She's marking down everything so we can keep track at the end for our accuracy and total gross We are trading New York Stock Exchange ET time 9:30 a.m. But the market, this strategy starts at 10 a.m., 30 minutes after market open. So we have roughly 2 minutes. However, if I do see a move here, I may go in a little early. Like I was looking to short off that, possibly off that Fibonacci level. So we are trading channels. All right. So the even and half dollar have made channels. The ATR revenue range is usually the floor of a channel, but there are ceilings and floors for every channel. So as you can see where they're marked, they're kind of trading in these channels. And that is the whole basis of the RV strategy, is based on historical data. I would say this is the second best strategy to trade if you're a beginner. Low simulator first and then low share size. Do not try to emulate what I do. I'm going to show you some techniques, but you have to come up with your own thing. Don't try to copy me. Don't try to mark out everything I mark out. You need to come up with your own thing and read the book, because that's what you should follow. Because I don't do what the book says all the time, as you guys know that follow me. I've been trading a long time. And although I am trying to show you stuff, I cannot help myself to take a good trade that I see from time to time that might not follow the strategy, but the indicators might be calling out for me. So that's what I'm looking at here. So yeah, we're ready to go here in just a second, guys. I'm looking to bank off that at the bottom of that channel if everybody's ready. I'm just going to go in now. So you guys all got that right? Okay. So I'm in at 162.33. So I'm trying to beat what I think is going to be that going up, but let's see if I called it wrong. There we go. Now markets can because it's so many strategies start 30 minutes after. This volume is going to double, triple, quadruple what it just was. Things are going to go crazy. I was trying to catch that move. It looked like I was about to have to reverse, but now it's going, so that's good. I'm sorry. I gotta turn around. I didn't like the way that was moving. So I think it broke that channel. I thought it might keep going, but it didn't. So I reversed. Now we're only trading with 250 shares, so we're not expecting a large amount of money here. Some of you are still going long. Really, I almost reversed back there. What did I get it for? I'm just a little bit above that line. I should have caught it up there at the 163. Let's see. If it bangs through that scene, but it looks like it's respecting this channel. So that's what I'm going to look for. I'm going to look to bank off here. And that's how the RV strategy works. That's how simple it is. You trade the channel until it breaks the channel. And then you look to see, okay, is it making a huge move down or up? And then it readjusts to a new channel. So that's all you're doing, guys. You're just looking for you're looking to play the channels and capitalize. And you won't usually see me ride channel hop very often without taking the move. So I'm looking at the market maker. It's at 34 cents. I'm looking for it to get down into the, I'll take that one. Oh, God. That wasn't where I wanted it to be. I'm going to reverse again and try to catch that a little lower down to the 25 mark in case it starts to go way up. Wow, there was 23. Now get that, 19. I feel better at 19. I got up to 937 now. Now it did break it, so I suppose if it went through 162, which is the even dollar, it did stop here You know, it banged against it a couple times over here. This might be where I get out. Now I have a $250 max loss per trade. So, you know, I shouldn't, I don't want to reach that because it might be hard. That could be 2 or 3 trades to get it back again. So, you know, one of the things about trading with the lower share size and trading with AMD, it's very safe to make some good money, but for you, the viewer, it might seem slightly boring if you're looking for a lot of like an action-packed thing, which is what I try to deliver. You know, you've seen me, if you follow along, you've seen me make over $45,000 in 30 minutes. You know, so it can be done. It is very risky, and my max loss can be as high as 2,000 a trade. So it just depends on your perspective, right? So you have to have some, as they would say, some cojones or some nerves of steel. You know, depending on your perspective. It's not what you might think with me. I don't have to have nerves of steel, right? Because it's not that kind of, the kind of money that's being risked here is not to sound pretentious, but it's not as concerning as it might be. So it's all a perspective thing, and then I look at the overall, how I'm doing overall. And I know that I have to push the envelope when I trade to make any money. If you read the comments, you can see there are definitely, I think we're up to 3 millionaires now that are giving constant feedback. Many people that are making, you know, 5 and 10,000 a week, and more people that are making, you know, $100, $200, $300 a day. You guys doing? I should have grabbed it up there when it tapped that line. Is it going to do it again? I'm going to take that 69. I shorted off this fib. I'm staying in this channel until it tells me don't do it. That's what I'm doing. So now we'll look to turn around right back here. But I am going to look at the indicators as I do it. Right now, all the volume it's not pulling down the magnet. Okay. Everything's turning green right now, so that's interesting. So you can see over here on the 5-minute and the 15-minute that that might be something to consider now that I'm in a short position here. So that just happened at this level here. 4 hours still red. Let's look at this scalping indicator to see. Now we had that big push at 10. See it? You can always expect that. See, it's almost like the open, not quite, but so you try to pick up that bump. And I think that has a lot to do with the RV strategy, guys. And I'm not tooting the $1 Million Margin Club's horn about that, but they, I helped, but I beta tested, but designed a range-bound strategy based on stuff that was already happening. Range-bound has been around forever, and if you can tweak it, you have a chance to make some money. So it just hit down there, and I didn't get out. So that's at 30, 28, 20. Whoa. See how the volume picked up with the buyers right there, guys? Sellers, I mean. So, I should have taken it. It looked like it was going to go down for, oh, there it goes again. 95 after the, okay, so it broke it. So now we're looking at the 162. You guys stayed short or not? Yep, okay. So that's the even dollar amount right there. So I'm looking at that now. And I should have grabbed it. I should have grabbed it the even. I'm going to, if it breaks through there, okay, I'm going to take a reverse there. No, you need to go back up. All right, I don't like it. I'm gonna reverse back short again. So I'm at 93. I'm almost right at the level still. I profited and I banked it, and it looks like it's gonna hop to this channel. So now the sellers were less and the volume was less. So I don't know, but this all turned red, and see how it did 3 before here within the channel. So we're on 3 candlesticks, so we don't really have a pattern. Yeah, that's a bear flag here on the 5-minute. So people that see that are going in short on the 5-minute. And that could have happened right here, actually. That's what's happening. So that is a pattern. Look, that's in day trading volume 2, the candlestick pattern playbook. 82% chance this will go down based on that pattern. So sometimes you can get lost on the 1-minute chart. It's important to have the 1-minute chart, in my opinion, but you can get lost. So I am feeling comfortable in this position right now that it might channel hop down here. Now I'm feeling not as comfortable. Well, but look at that. Look at that, what just happened. So all red up here, the multi-chart alignment. We're dealing with a bear flag, so it's great on a pattern on the 5-minute. Everything's still showing overall down, and there was a spike for sellers here, and the percentage is still high in this candle. So even though this looks bad at this moment, this is about to flush down here. I don't know how far, but it's easy to call, easy to see. Everything's telling you. And it might go all the way and tap this ATR level, which is also kind of like a magnet. I mean, that is the total range where, well, let's put it this way. If something's driving it down there, often that's where it stops. It's more of a stopping point than a magnet. So other indicators are driving it down there, and you'll know that I will reverse on this if it happens to even, wow, this is a good trade for 250 shares. I'm getting ready to, well, we got a double fib down here, but it should stop here somewhere. Should listen to the way I talk. I don't know. We only go by not what I know. What do the indicators tell you? The indicators are telling us this is going down in a big, huge way. Look at this. So we don't want to try to fight this puppy. We're going down, or this tiger, or whatever you want to call it. We're going to ride it. Don't get caught up in the little moves when you see stuff like this. So just hold it. We've got a cushion. So I'm going to hold. I already profited, and now I have another. Oh, don't do that. Now when you see that stuff, it's the sensitivity of my charts. It's also it could be high frequency algorithm action that is affecting when you have tweaked your charts, or you're trading on a platform that the charts are tight like this, the readings. Okay, so there's our ATR. There's our ATR. I'm looking to reverse right here. If I see it bump and then go, oh, wow, that was a big break, guys. All right, I'm holding. Wow, I was twitching on that. I'm holding for the fib now. You guys, some of you went long there. Okay, well, that is normally what you do. I didn't call it, but, everybody's taking their own trades. Wow. I do believe it will come back to you. You going long, but that's up to you guys. I think it's going to bounce off something here. I'm getting ready to reverse because things are starting to lose their way as it gets lower here. So I'm looking to see if it can catch that fib down there. Okay. We do have people talking in the studio if you hear them in the background. Wow, 161 even seems to be where it's losing. It keeps hitting 160. There, it broke at one. It broke it a little bit. I'm just going to take it there. What did I get that? 86. So I banked 1,500. I'm stopping on the fib and waiting to see if I've got to manage a bad position to get right back in. I would play it off the ATR. Wow. I would reverse off that ATR if it gets back up there. I don't know if it will, but it's going down. It might just keep going down. Okay. Everybody's long right now that I saw up there. I'm gonna go off that ATR, guys. I'm gonna bank off of it. I still think it's gonna go down. If you got caught in a losing thing, you might take a lesser loss up here. I'm gonna take that. I got it at 35. Hopefully it goes up high enough for you guys to get out. Yeah, most of you can get out there, and unless of course you just want to keep. You were waiting for it to go long. I just don't think it's going to keep going long. Now the sellers did drop, so but you see when you have a volume this high and the buyers aren't at the top of it, learn to read the scalping indicator. This is a war right here, and the buyers didn't win it. They just kind of did a little détente there, So it's not exactly inspiring a turnaround here. So ATR is like a big, huge wall, like the Chinese wall. It's like a huge friggin' thing. So when we lowered our share size today, we made our plan. I had said that our goal was 3K today. I do not think we can make that. I think one of you might, two of you might, looks like, because you got well over 1,000. Well, you traded the open past. That's true. We can't. We have to look at the math. Some of you are almost to, you're at 2,500, but that's not what we're competing against. So. But anyway, we all want to make money. That's the real competition, right? So, I mean, it's possible this could get to $3,000. It's really hard with 250. I need another 5 points to get this to $3,000. So if we were at 500 shares, it might be a chance. But I didn't quite make enough. I thought I might have 1,500 at the open, but it just wasn't showing me I wasn't feeling comfortable. I was happy with the 600. So remember to subscribe. I never ask that. I mean, I keep forgetting to ask it. Wow, this is not looking good. See how the sellers have gone way down now? So this is telling me that it's going to go back up. So somewhere soon. Let's look at that fib level, or if it's still going to drag down, we wouldn't want to go past the $0.50 probably. Wow, it broke the fib. Tempting to go right there. Well, it kept going. I'm going to bank it at the $0.50 if it makes it there. Let's see. That could be it. It stopped at the fib. Darn. Why didn't I grab that? It's giving me another chance. I'm being stubborn. Going for more. Any second. My finger's twitching. I'm looking to reverse here. 68, 66, 65. Oh, that was another chance to catch it. Now it's banking against the fib, the double fib as a ceiling, like it's resistance. I don't have time to look at those guys. I am imminently about to get out of this position, so I'd like to see a sort of a bounce down, a fall down, before it triggers up again. We don't have a lot of window in here. There's a little tiny channel movements here. We just got a pretty big one here, which wasn't too bad, but with this low share size, this small channels, it's going to be hard to get even over 2,000. So we'll see if I can manage to snag that. All right, it's just staying here, so it's just not moving. There, a new candle. Is a new candle going to push it down first? 77, 72, 74, 71. I'm going to take that. 66, 1,800. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the sellers are going to recover now and kill me. Now it goes down. I got it at 66. I'm actually feeling pretty good about this position. It's resting along these double fibs here. So again, it's predominantly going down today, which is what I thought. So it's hard to, you can lose perspective. You get all excited about the upward move, and then suddenly it's like, no, overall, it's going to come back and get you short if you got caught up in a short and it went the wrong way. Just wait a couple minutes and it'll come back and pick up the price action where you wanted it to go, and riding it short. That's why I have a video to see which way the market's going to go each day. I would watch that one. It's helpful. It's not always, obviously. Nothing's always, guys. Just ideas to give you an edge. The best edge is you. Your discerning capabilities with any book, any strategy, seeing when you test it, how do you feel about it? Is it working? Is it a bunch of crap? Is it too hard for you? Is there a sweet spot in there if you change something just a little bit, and make it your own strategy? You owning the strategy. You don't want to learn by following somebody. You can't. There's always a delay on the screen, and you can't think like they think, and you don't know the motivations really. And I'm sure there's some really, really great people, but there's a lot of not too great people. So that's why it's up to you in the end. You can't blame the person you're watching on YouTube. Like I keep getting blamed. Not very much, really. Mostly it's very positive, but you know how you remember the bad things and you forget the good things. Luckily, a lot of people are doing so well, and I'm so happy to hear it. I got like a 4-page email. That's probably a little much. Remember, I used to work with, I have so many different careers and businesses, but I used to work with Hollywood talent a lot. And long ago, I was instrumental in starting and working with Comic Relief. Most of you are probably way too young to know that. But it's interesting when people come up to a autograph, a table or whatever, where there's big stars, or they're going getting in a queue or a line, no matter where you are in the world. By the way, welcome to the bunch of the people out of the U.S. trading with us today, which is cool. And they have something to sign, or there's something on the table to sign, or whatever, from the talent. You learn very quickly to call everybody talent, not star. Talent. They have a talent. They get very pissed off if you don't say talent. These are things you learn. But anyway, and then they come up to get something signed, and they tell their life story. I remember when I saw you in the so-and-so movie, or in episode 14, and I was riding a motorcycle, and I did and then my family did this, and I did that, and da-da-da-da. And did I just miss that, guys? I just missed that move right there that was up here, and I didn't. I get into my story mode. But the 4-page email was my point. Like, I'm happy to hear, I'm glad your story is amazing and the journey you've taken, that I've made such a difference in the end of that long journey. But that's probably a little too much sharing, which I did say. That's a little long, but I do appreciate all the comments, and I do like to hear stuff. Charlie will read longer ones and then recap if there's a question, so I can answer the question in my own words. All right. Are we going to get up near that? I will definitely flip around at the ATR. I'd like to see this hit. Wow, there's a good one. That's a good punch up. Are we going to hit the ATR? Because that's where everybody will get out on an upward move. Everybody's going to play this short. Remember that. They're going to play it short. So don't, think about, oh, man, I blew that, huh? That was over 100 something there. So I'm trying to get the most retracement before it drops. I'm pushing the envelope here. See if we can actually get to the ATR. It's kind of a target for people to do that. So, oh, wow. Guys, that is being heard. That's all right. That's all right. It's not bothering me. It's not bothering me. Okay. And then they are on a zoom on a different that's coming through over there. So good. That ended. All right. I'm quivering on this. I'm gonna take it there. It just I was waiting for it to hit 2,000. I just don't know. So there's the. Now is it gonna break the ATR? Of course. Of course. Yeah. There would have been very close to my 2,000. So I'm at 161.24 short. And I'm not going to turn around on this. I'm not going to take a lesser loss because I don't believe it's going to keep going up. But there will come a point where I will have to eat my words if it keeps break. Like if it breaks this $0.50 level and is in here, I'll probably at least get out of the trade and then think, why did it go wrong? Because I'm looking at this getting concerned at how strong this is. We have the 5-minute and the 15-minute turn green. Well, 15 minutes going back and forth up here on the multi-chart alignment. So there are some indications that this is going green again. But we could be creating another bear flag over here as well. So let's see what happens here. All right, we're going to have to get that thing resolved for the next video. See, it came back, it bounced off of it. So we'll look down here, see if it plays this channel, or it might be channel hopping down to here again, like it did. But you can see how the RV strategy, you have the safety within the range. Now we're out of, when you break through the ATR, you're technically out of the RV strategy. But channel trading can go on through the whole day, even if that range didn't exist. This just helps us determine something today, right? It is now trending down when it breaks that. So now you can look into trading the escalator strategy, which there's very few videos on because the conditions have to be right to get it. And what it did here is it actually did do an escalator strategy move. It broke the ATR, it came back and it retested, which means it's due for a pretty big drop here. That's how the escalator strategy calls them. So that's interesting. And this looks like it is making a bear flag over here. So this is setting up for a pretty big drop. Let's see if it does it. So I won't jump out right away. Yeah, we have a support down here further too. There is a $0.50. Are there any more fibs? There's a fib way down there at 158. I don't think it's going to drop that fast because it's friggin' AMD. And you can see the volume is like way low as we get later into the day, into the morning here. So remember, don't say, where can I get this free custom script? Because I showed you where to get them on the $1 Million Margin Club website, or you can go to their YouTube video, $1,000,000-Margin Club, and they have videos about them that you can watch, as well as great reviews on books. And it's on that fib, just sitting there. There's 2K. I would probably stop trading at this point. Maybe it's going to bank off this fib, and then I can get another trade in here. Wow, it dropped below it, huh? Look at that. So now it is doing what it said it was going to do here. Look at that. It is going down. So this is more than the usual drops, especially if it breaks this. Let's see if it breaks that. It called for that to be broken. We've got a bear flag. We've got the escalator strategy saying it's going down. That's how the escalator strategy calls it. It's kind of cool that you have a retestment. This would be a good escalator strategy video too, assuming it doesn't just break right back through here again. But I mean, you never know that it's going to do exactly what the strategy calls for, but you can do that, and it's just definitely a retest and a drop off. And the sellers, there was a battle there, but now the sellers are at the top of the volume. So see, this is why the scalping indicator is so important. So even though the volume was less, the sellers were at the top. So look at that. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. That's really good. Look at it go. 59. Oh my God, it's pushing. This is the magnet outer value of the high at the low of the day being pushed. That's what that line is. I'm actually going to reverse for a minute. See if we get a retracement, because that was a big move. So let's see if I can catch a little going back up. I'm almost out of time. Off the even dollar. If it hits that even, I'll just take that. What did I get? 92. God, it slipped down. I thought I was going to get it at 160. But I broke 2,000 by quite a bit there. So that was good. Oops. I think I would buy out here. And I'm not going to let this drop below 2,000 if I called it wrong. Yeah, I reversed too quick. I could have been I was in the long for a minute for a retracement, and then I panicked. I panicked, but you know what I mean. Kind of a panic. I lost faith. I need the prayer indicator over here. We're running out of time, guys. At least to tally how we did. I was trying to secure my lead, which I think I do have, but as far as this strategy, I know I don't for the overall day. Wow, I should have stayed in that move. I called the retracement, and then I lost faith with it, right? But now it's showing that it's going down again, so... Yeah, look at that. Look at that bear flag go, man. Should go the length of the candle, length of the pole. So that would put it like, excuse me, in the 58, 158 down here somewhere. But we're at time, so I'll be getting out of this trade as soon as it's fairly green. It looks like it's green now, so, well, it was for a second. Maybe down at that 1 hour, that 1 hour level. I'll call it on mine anyway. You guys can stay in it as long as it's the same trade. As far as the competition, they could do whatever they want to do. Right? Wow. Was that it? So it never really went down there. I should have just got out down there. I thought it was going to go down there. There it goes. Yeah, I might get out for a lesser loss here unless it does something. I need a bold move. There we go. Up to it, 84. Yeah, it's just stopping at this area, so we just want to count our gold and walk away here soon. I don't want this to be a losing trade because we also count the accuracy. 76. There we go. I'll take that. 93.90. Wow. And then, of course, it keeps going. All right, guys. Well, that was so 23. Not bad for the day. I think that was about 1,700 for this RV strategy with only 250 shares on AMD, which is like close to a miracle. So because it's such a conservative large cap to trade as far as again, this is all perspective, you know. You may be completely happy with $50 or $100. I know I used to be. So you make $50 a day, it's $250 a week, or if you make $300 a day, you have $1,500 a week. So, you know, that can be that is not unobtainable. Let me put it that way for the RV strategy. Now they've made it so the money settles overnight, which is easier, so you can really take at least 4 trades a week. If you only have like enough in your account, like 5,000, and you're not on margin or whatever. So you can do that too, and slowly build it up by getting just one good trade a day based on the RV strategy channels. Just look for a perfect lineup. And I do talk about that in other videos. But anyway, guys, remember to subscribe. Thanks for watching. I hope that this was educational somewhat for you. Remember to always stay inquisitive and go green. And I'll see you soon.